Well, finally, as I said, sooner or later, the truth would come out, and it has finally arrived at the station in this case. You may have, of course, remember the past sort of week or so-ish, we've been very much speculating about what has been going on in Leicestershire with Councillor Joseph Braum. Of course, initially, remember, he was made the guy in charge of adult social care, and of course, he was deputy leader as well. And then, seemingly out of nowhere, removed from both positions. No one knew why. Like, what's going on here? And then, of course, you get Harrison's, the guy who was again the leader of the Leicestershire Council, comes out and does this odd interview where he said that Braum came to him and said that he couldn't do the job. Now, this seemed to refer to the adult social care job. So, okay, he lost the adult social care job, but not just that, he lost his deputy role as well. And remember, when all this was going on, there's rumors going around and speculation that him and Harrison have had a falling out, which in that interview, he didn't deny, nor did he confirm either. But in the interview, he said, "Oh, I need someone who will support me." Meaning, I think if you read between the lines on that, there had been some form of falling out between the two. And then it took an even weirder twist as he then got removed, because I didn't even know this. He was actually in charge of running his local reform branch in Leicestershire. So he even got removed from that as well. So we were left with this huge mystery as what's going on? Why are they seemingly clearing house? And now we know why. Because it looks like now that Joseph Braum is now under investigation for breaking electoral law for allegedly, again, we have to say allegedly at this moment in time, but yeah, we have to say allegedly at this moment in time, for handing out ice creams at a polling station, which is in direct violation of electoral law. So no doubt this could get more interesting as this goes on down the line, because this could in effect trigger a potential new by-election. Because if you've broken electoral law, there's some pretty strict consequences to it as well. So I also wouldn't be too surprised if Reform UK, probably in the next couple of days, if not even maybe by the time this video's come out, to see him be jettisoned from Reform UK completely. Who knows? But yeah. Incompetence of the highest caliber yet again from Reform UK. So, as always, thank you very much to all those people who do help and support the channel. Like I say, before we get more into this, please do remember to click on the like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, don't forget to ring the bell as well so you get notifications when we drop a new video, when we go live. There are also links down below to the Patreon page, the Buy Me Coffee link, the YouTube thank you button, and of course, as always, there's the YouTube membership down below as well. And of course, it is Wednesday as well today. So for the Patreon people and the YouTube members, there will be a new membership video for you today, which I'm going to film after this, but will be out earlier for you, if that makes sense. But there you go. Anyway, as always, thank you very much. And now let's crack on more into this case, because yeah, I think this is why they got rid of him. This is the reason. This is the reason. So here you've got it. Reform UK's Joseph Braum now under investigation for allegedly handing out ice creams at a polling station. So police are now investigating a report that Reform UK councillor Joseph Braum broke election law by offering ice creams to voters, which again, you are not allowed to do. So, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, you can see why they got rid of him very quickly, why they've swept him off all these things, because this could be about to become very embarrassing indeed. So, the former deputy leader of Leicestershire County Council is now under police investigation following a complaint made to Leicestershire Police after Joseph Braum was filmed back in May this year, allegedly handing out ice creams from a van during his local election campaign. The ice cream van is reportedly now family owned and is run by Joseph Braum and his father Russell Braum, a Conservative councillor on Northwest Leicestershire District Council. Under election law, it is an offence to provide food or drink, entertainment, or provision to any person for the purpose now of influence that person to vote or refrain from voting according to the Electoral Commission. It also adds that it must be done with a corrupt intent that does not apply to ordinary hospitality. And as you can see, here's the picture. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, in a statement, Leicestershire Police said, this force received a report now from a third party of an ice cream van outside a polling station back in May of 2025. This is now being assessed as to whether this constitutes treating under electoral malpractice. Braum was, of course, elected back to represent the Warwick division of Leicestershire County back in May. Following the election, Braum became deputy leader and then was appointed cabinet member for adult social care, but was then later removed from both roles. Again, I think this is why he was removed. I think they found this all out. I think they heard this was coming and they went, we can't have you. You're gone. You're done. We're pushing you as far away as you can because this looks so bad. This looks so bad. Anyway, at the time, County Council leader Dan Harrison stated that Braum was removed because he wasn't able to do the job. But after a report to the police, the Tory leader of the opposition on the County Council, Deborah Taylor, wrote to Harrison urging him to suspend Braum. In a statement later now to Leicester Gazette, she said, the people of Leicestershire rightly expect the highest standards of those elected to public office. The ongoing police investigation into Councillor Joseph Braum is a very serious matter. This is essential that public confidence in the democratic process is then upheld. This is why I've written to Councillor Dan Harrison, the leader of Leicestershire County Council, calling on him now to immediately suspend Councillor Braum from the reform group pending the outcome of the investigation into the serious allegation of electoral impropriety. So this is why they got rid of him. This is absolutely why they got rid of him. It is now, of course, for Councillor Harrison to actually demonstrate leadership, take responsibility, and actually act decisively to show that he and Reform actually take this matter seriously. I am not surprised if they don't do anything about this, because Harrison, honestly, as we've seen covering his leadership in like the past 4 months, hasn't really shown any leadership, honestly. I mean, he only gave Braum the role of the guy in charge of adult social care because he put his hand up first and he said he would do it. When apparently he knew what a big role it was. So what does that then say about his leadership that he put Braum in charge of that? And then he came to him a couple of months later and said, now he can't do the job. Again, that's according to Harrison himself. That reflects very badly indeed on his leadership. Michael Malani, the leader of the Liberal Democrat group on Leicester County Council, also said the electoral law is pretty clear on this matter and has been for many years. Obviously, it will have to be looked into, but if you're found to have broken electoral law, this is the way the appropriate action will now have to be taken. Naomi Bottomley, the Green Party of Salisbury and the Wolds, commented, I am aware now of the ongoing police investigation involving Reform Councillor Joseph Braum. As this remains an investigation, no assumptions about guilt should be made. I hope that both Councillor Braum and Reform UK leadership will, of course, cooperate fully and provide residents with complete transparency through this process. Residents deserve the openness and accountability from those in public office. So this is it. So according to the BBC, Joseph Braum has yet to be contacted by the police and denies any wrongdoing. He did not immediately respond to requests for comment. So yeah, surprise, but oh my. We'd been speculating why had he been removed? What was the reason? Well, I think we know the reason now. So yeah. allegedly breaking electoral law. And again, allegedly, because it's still under investigation, but we'll see how this goes because, of course, we will follow this if there's any updates on this. But wow, there's incompetence, and then there is absolute peak stupidity. I think everyone knows that this was against the law, electorally wise, that you're not allowed to do this. Wow. Okay. But at least we know why he was removed now. Mystery solved. Unless it's not, and there's even something else going on as well. Who knows? Maybe it was one of the reform people that dobbed him in on this. Who knows? Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about all this down below. And of course, don't forget to click on the like, share, and subscribe button on the way out. And of course, don't forget to ring the bell as well. And of course, as always, we'll see you all next time.